Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching us from. Sure, where you are listening from right now. So quickly, let's do a mic test. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me go to the comment section. Tell me you can hear me. Just um, put put a comment there to let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. I don't know if that's so. Let me see. I see some egg. Give me a moment. I think there's going to. Okay, okay. So I think everybody can hear me. I see some comments already. Okay. So just put in the comment section to let me know you can hear me so we can start. I would really like to know that. I see some people joining already from YouTube and from Facebook. Please just let me know you can hear me, please. Thank you very much. I'd like to get feedback from you. Uh, okay. Okay. Beautiful. Merit is here already, and she's from Abia State. And I think, Merit, can you hear me? Just let me know in the comment section. I was having a little bit of a technical challenge here, which I think I've resolved. So, my name is Sylvester, and I want to welcome you to our program today, the Librarian Spotlight Africa. Um, Showing every month on this channel. Every month on this channel, we organize this program called Librarian Spotlight Africa. Okay, and the program, this we're currently in season 2025. We started this February last year. And what is it that we do at the Librarian Spotlight Africa? We recognize outstanding librarians who are contributing greatly to their communities. And today, I would not say you should guess because we already announced who our librarian of the month is. And tada, that's who we see on the screen. Her name is Dr. Nancy Kwangwa. Okay, she's from Zimbabwe, and she's a librarian of the month of June. And this program, like I mentioned already, is an initiative that's dedicated to recognizing and celebrating the exemplary contributions of people like Dr. Kwangwa across the African continent. And today, we're going to be learning more about who she is, what she has done, and her visions for the library and information field. So on the screen right now, I think I should make this bigger so you can see. On the screen right now is our itinerary for today, what we are going to be doing. We are going to be wrapping up these opening formalities soon, shortly, and we will delve into the introduction of the librarian of the month. So we are going to introduce her to you. You are going to meet her officially. She's currently backstage right now. I even see her. She looks so beautiful today, and I can't wait to bring her up so we have this interaction with her. Then immediately after that, we have a surprise guest that is with us in the studio right now. And Dr. Kwangwa is not expecting to see him or her. So, but him or her, or should I say he or she, will be presenting the Librarian of the Month plaque to Dr. Kwangwa today. So now that I've taken you through what we are here for, I want to come to the comment section to know those who are here with us today. Let me know your name and where you're watching from so that I can recognize you, okay? Let me put this on the screen. This is Merit Onozie Chinalu. She's watching from Abia State. I can also see Clara Hondo. I'm not sure which country you're participating from. Okay, Clara is participating from Zimbabwe. Good to see you. So immediately you join, please tell us where you're watching from and share this video with your friends and let them know that we are starting immediately. So having said that, I'm going to go on a very short break and I'll come back. Okay, so welcome back. Okay, I want to say welcome back to this stream. So at this point, I want to invite Dr. Kwangwa. She's backstage, like I said. But before I invite her, I think I see more people. So let me greet everybody that's here. I see Choga Emmanuel is from Zimbabwe. And I see Chisita from Zimbabwe. This is not Professor Chisita from South Africa. This is Mary Jane Chisita from Zimbabwe. So I'm excited to see all of you, and this is a shout out to all of you for being here. Share this with your friend, and I want to welcome Dr. Nancy on stage. All right, let's hear from Dr. Nancy. Hello, Dr. Nancy. Is she there? Hello.
Hello. I am here. Good evening. Greetings from Harare, Zimbabwe.
Oh, good evening, Doc. Good. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Happy to meet you here today.
I'm so happy to
Glad
be here.
Glad to see you. Okay, we've been anticipating this day and we're so excited this day has come. So, how is Zimbabwe today? Tell us about Zimbabwe today.
Okay, today Zimbabwe is doing great. We are in winter, so it's a bit chilly, but it's nice. Not very hectic, but it's cold. Not that cold. So yeah, we're doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for letting us know. I think that seems similar with what the atmosphere is in Nigeria today. It's cold and it's been raining all through. It rained a little bit, so we thank God. So right now, I would like to, our audience are here, Mar. There are a lot of people who are joining already. See, Clara is saying, good evening, Dr. Nancy. That's Clara, she's greeting you. And there are a lot of other people who are here live. I think some persons are shy. I see the numbers increasing, but some persons seem to be shy to let us know that they are here. So I want to introduce you to them before we go into the questions, okay? I hope that's fine. So here's a very short documentary our team members have prepared that introduces who Dr. Nancy Kwangwa is.
This June, we proudly spotlight Dr. Nancy Kwangwa as our Librarian of the Month, a visionary librarian, human rights advocate, and knowledge management expert whose impact is evident in communities, classrooms, and institutions in Zimbabwe.
Dr. Nancy Kwangwa began her career at the Zimbabwe Women's Resource Center and Network, supporting students and policymakers on gender and development. This early experience shaped her values of equity and inclusion. She later joined the University of Zimbabwe Library, progressing from assistant librarian to manager of scholarly communication and publishing. For over 11 years, she led groundbreaking programs that empowered the university community and expanded across to academic resources. Dr. Nancy served at the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission as Chief Knowledge Management and Research Officer, where she played a key role in managing and disseminating human rights information. Despite the rewarding nature of that work, a passion for education drew her back to the higher education sector. She's currently serving as a Deputy Librarian at the Women's University in Africa. To deepen her community impact, she founded Zimbabwe Information and Technology Empowerment Center (ZITEC), a national NGO that promotes digital equity and media literacy. Through ZITEC, she has empowered over 10,000 individuals, including educators, policymakers, and students through transformative workshops and resources. Dr. Nancy holds a PhD in Library and Information Studies from the University of Cape Town and degrees from the National University of Science and Technology, Zimbabwe. Her commitment to growth and service has earned her awards and recognition through fellowship with the U.S. Department of State Community Solution Programs and the IVLP. Currently, she chairs the Zimbabwe Library Association, Mashonaland branch, and is an active member of the IFLA Law Library section. Of the professional part, she is a proud wife, mother of two, and a lover of cultural exploration.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in celebrating a librarian and changemaker whose inspiring work in advancing knowledge equality and empowerment in Africa makes her a deserving Librarian of the Month for June 2025, Dr. Nancy Kwangwa.
Amazing. Amazing profile. What a beautiful, very beautiful profile. I don't know. Can you hear me, Doc? This should be my.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Pardon me. There seems to be some on my end. I don't know why. So, everybody, that was Dr. Nancy. And this profile, sincerely, is out of this world, man. And you've had quite a journey from managing gender resources to championing scholarly works and human rights knowledge. Can you please take us back to the early days, Ma? I know somebody would be asking right now, why did Nancy choose librarianship as a career? Please, could you share with us? Could you talk to us, Ma? Why? Take us back to your why.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm trying to reflect back to why I chose library and information science and to be a librarian, to be precise. So growing up, I've seen the power of information. If one has information, you can do whatever you want. You can make sound decisions. So initially, I was caught in between either doing accounting or to do something in the social sciences. So I ended up choosing library information science. And I'm somebody who always wants to talk to people, and being in the library is the place because I am always surrounded by different people doing different activities in the library. So I didn't want to pursue a career whereby I'm just behind the desk, behind the computer, not talking to so many people, because I believe in the power of conversations. And it's only through conversations that one can get to know about what is happening. So several years ago, I then decided to enroll for a bachelor's degree in library information science. And when I enrolled back then, it was relatively new in the country at degree level. So many people were asking why choosing this particular program, and people were trying to visualize that librarian who was perhaps in their high schools, who are serving as a caretaker, or somebody who is a cleaner and also serving as a librarian. And they were like, why do you want to spend 4 years to study something that someone who doesn't have any qualification can actually do? So
Yeah.
that actually motivated me to really pursue this career. And in between the training program, when I was now going for industrial attachment, I was inspired to say I got placements to several institutions, including the United Nations, some of the United Nations agencies. And everyone was so excited about this and the importance of libraries. And that really pushed me. And yeah, I'm here today and I'm meeting what I visualized several years ago. I'm living what I foresaw several years ago. So, yes.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think that video did justice to highlighting very what you're passionate about and most of the things you've done. And for instance, you've played a role at the Zimbabwe Women's Resource Center and then transitioning into academia. I think if I'm correct, now deputy librarian at Women's University of Africa, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Absolutely. That's
Can you hear
correct.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know. The name of that university caught my attention. Could you tell us about that university and what you do? Women's University of Zimbabwe.
Okay, you got it wrong the last time. It's Women's University in Africa.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so
In Africa.
so the Women's University in Africa is a university that was intentionally set to reduce inequalities in higher education. It was founded by two visionary women who previously served in the public service. And in the public service here in Zimbabwe is the entity that is responsible for recruiting employees for the government. So they noticed that not so many women were qualifying for top positions because they were screened at entry level. So they founded this university to ensure that women who could not access higher education through the traditional pathways, whereby you're expected to have a particular number of points for you to do law or to do a particular degree. So they are saying, let's have all these women who didn't have a chance due to early childhood marriages, who didn't have a chance to enroll to universities because of resources. So they founded this university. So in terms of our enrollment, we have 15% men and 85% women. So here we are trying to narrow the gender disparities in accessing higher education. So this university, from the name Women's University in Africa, here in Sub-Saharan Africa, is the only university that is uh, has this particular mandate. And currently, we have a presence here in Zimbabwe, where we have 5 campuses. We also have a campus in Malawi, and working on having another campus in Namibia. We have our African students who are based in the UK, those who are in the United Arab Emirates, who are also studying with
Yeah.
us. So the vision is to have a presence across Africa and to work with other institutions across Africa. So in terms of my work that I do in this university is then now to support this vision by ensuring that our students, our faculty members, to all the resources that they need to support research, to support teaching and learning, whether they are here in person or they are remote. And we work on making library resources accessible. We don't want this to be a barrier for learners to say, how can I access the resources? to support my learning. So we are as accommodative as possible. And this vision of the university also trickles down in terms of how we provide the services to our students, because compared to the other universities where we have a relatively younger population when it comes to undergraduate enrollment, we have more mature learners.
Yeah,
This demography also influences how we provide our resources and services. Yeah.
amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. I learned so much already about this institution, and the work you do there. It's really beautiful and commendable. God bless you for that. You said I was going to ask some follow-up question, but in the course of your response, you provided that. So maybe I just so that we don't stress so much on this. Can you share with us just one challenge in an environment where the gender? Did you say 80%? The gender women is about 80% there. One challenge that you faced in such an environment, just one.
It's so hard. It's so hard to pick one.
Or you don't encounter
Honestly,
any challenge because of gender.
um,
Yeah,
I can say it's really a challenge that really directly affects me, but because I'm more surrounded by all these women and young girls, so I would say I feel this challenge is an indirect challenge whereby sometimes they are failing to um, take advantage of this opportunity. If there's something that is presented, be it, for example, student leadership, right? Student representative council, it's 85 women and 15% men. We don't get to see a lot of young women taking up this these roles.
initiatives.
So I'm always trying to say, hey, this is given to you on a silver platter. Why are you not taking it up? So I'm
Exactly.
trying to push them. I can say this is like the challenge that I face. Even in the library, if we are running any programs with so many women, we don't get to see them participating. We get to see more men participating.
Yeah,
So I feel
that's
like yeah, that's the challenge, to say
yeah, that's
sometimes.
amazing. You He's a brilliant response already. Thank you so much. So let's now talk a little bit about is it ZLA you call it over there, the Zimbabwe Library Association? Because you are a leader in the Zimbabwe Library Association, and I'm aware that you are also a part of IFLA's Law Library section. So I'd like to learn from you, Mark, because we have librarians who are participating from different countries in Africa right now. What challenges and lessons do you experience? I just want us to treat them together. Some of the challenges and experiences you would want to share with us that you experience as a leader in the Zimbabwe Library Association, okay, in your service to ZLA. Please share with us.
Okay, thank you very much. So I don't like to talk about challenges a lot. But anyways, I'll share. I'll say those are like lessons from the leadership role in the Zimbabwe Library Association, where I'm the chairperson for the Mashonaland branch. So the association has different sectors that are regional in nature. So
Yeah,
I chair one of the branches that hosts, I think, the those librarians in the capital city and the other provinces in this region. So I would say, firstly, because these are voluntary roles, whereby whatever we are doing, it's voluntary in nature. So sometimes the challenge could come in a way whereby there are so many expectations from those you serve, thinking that perhaps it's uh, given that it's a voluntary role, sometimes you might not have all the time and the resources to take care of everyone in the region. And then secondly, because it's an association whereby we need to have representatives from different sectors of the library profession. However,
Mm.
there isn't equal representation when it comes to other sectors. For example, when you speak of school libraries, when you speak of public libraries, the membership from such sectors is relatively low. And then commitment from those who are heading different libraries. For example, as an association, it's one group that is open to all institutions, right? So you'd find that some institutions, they do not participate or contribute to the activities of the association or even pay membership at institutional level or at individual level. So I would say issues of membership, it's really a challenge, because for the association to move, there has to be support, there has to be a sound membership for us to do various activities. Nonetheless, I can say,
Yeah.
despite these challenges, there are some members who are willing to commit their time or willing to commit their expertise to the success of the association. So we keep trying, we keep pushing. So our approach is, let's try to do more and best with the little we have. Let's have the evidence to
Yeah.
attract and build the confidence of those who do not
Mm.
already understand the power of being part of the association. Thank you.
Exactly. Very, very important. It's very important that this message gets across to every library and information professional in Africa. So, my next question is this. Because many librarians seem to hesitate to step outside their traditional roles, okay, and learning about you, seeing most the work you do. I've seen a lot of them on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You know, some of us just are glued to these traditional roles of a librarian as a cataloger and book shelving books. What gave you the courage to explore such a different environment like you do? And what would you say to young and even old librarians that are watching this right now?
Okay, thank you so much. That's a great question. So I would say a librarian can do anything. Wherever you're placed, you can do anything. Just understand the context to say a library without the people, without the mission you're serving, it's nothing. So what drives me is, for example, I started off in a nonprofit where I was providing gender and development resources to policymakers, to the general public, to students, and so on. And instead of just waiting for them to come to the library to read the resources, because I was the librarian there, understanding the context where I was operating in, I would also go outside the library in the programming to say gender and access to information is a fundamental human right. So we are now connecting access
Mm,
to information, library resources, and other important conversations. And then when I moved to the
yeah,
university, again, the university is quite an open system. I really like universities a lot because you can do whatever you want in a university because it's a learning environment. You're not limited to do anything as long as it's within the the lines of your operations. So when I moved to the university, I was inspired
yeah,
by learners, I was inspired by the faculty I was serving. And then instead of waiting for patrons to come to the library to just borrow books or to ask questions, I would go to them to say, Professor so and so, I understand you're working on this project. And then in this line of work, I see a huge role that can be played by the librarian. So I am offering to provide support in terms of 1, 2, 3, and then they would then engage the librarian.
Yeah. Wow. Hello. Are you okay?
Hello, I am here. Sorry, there was a
Okay.
glitch.
Okay. Sorry.
So
I think that was a technical glitch.
yes,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was also saying that the librarian has also a significant role to play outside the formal systems. One can actually serve their communities, understanding what your community needs, and then design programs for those communities. Because what I've noticed is that outside the formal systems, the general public do not have the services and the resources to support whatever they do in their communities. So as a librarian, we have a role to play to take the services outside. So this then helps to take us outside the normal cataloging roles, circulation of books,
Exactly.
and so on. So if the
Exactly.
government is emphasizing on improving pass rates, we can then say, as a librarian, I have a huge role to play, ensure that teachers
Mm.
and students have access to these resources. If there's an outbreak of a particular disease, librarians have a role to play to disseminate the correct information. So we need to be proactive,
Exactly.
having our ears on the ground to understand the challenges that are being faced by our communities. Sometimes we come across these
Exactly.
challenges on social media, and then we design
Yeah.
programs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So there's a lot of work for us to do as librarians, and it's really beautiful to see that outstanding librarians like Dr. Kwangwa are doing. She's doing so much, and so are many librarians across Africa. And this is a platform for us to share, to tell our stories, and let the whole world know what we do, and also to inspire other young librarians to. Stand in the shoulders of giants like this and follow this path. So I would like for us to see one of our projects, ZTech. I don't know if you could tell us about this on the screen. This is one of your initiatives. Am I correct, ma'am?
Yes. All right. So,
Yeah.
um,
You- yeah, you've led about over 10,000, empowered over 10,000 people with this initiative. What drove you to establish this and how is it doing so far? If you could please share with us, please.
okay. Thank you very much. So, the Zimbabwe Information and Technology Empowerment is now the center. We have changed the name there. Is a nonprofit organization that was registered to promote digital equity and access to information. What inspired me to come up with this initiative is the lack of structured systems of accessing information and technologies in communities. So, outside my formal work, which is very structured and organized, I always think of those people who are out there who do not have access to the structured systems, who do not have access to all these resources and the developments that are taking place. So, as the Zimbabwe Information and Technology Empowerment Trust, we have capacity building initiatives on media and information literacy. And recently, I think the biggest part of last year, we worked on a program on building resilience against disinformation, which is a societal challenge affecting so many people. And we do digital literacy programs for those who are in high school, those who are out of school. And interestingly, we are
Mm.
also doing some work on intergenerational dialogue when it comes to use of technology. We have noticed that we have those born with technology, those who were born before technology, and how then can we have a conversation ensuring that, particularly child online safety is preserved, and also the safety of
Mm.
those uh, uh, adults who are in our communities. It's an interesting program. And we recently also introduced a program on AI literacy in high schools, where we are saying AI, generative AI in particular, is here with us. And the teachers were not trained, the learners were not trained, the technology just came. So as librarians, we have a role to play to ensure that in addition to the information literacy programs that we do, we also need to ensure that learners and teachers are using these technologies in an ethical way, in a way that also promotes critical thinking. Yeah.
Exactly. Amazing, amazing. Now that your mention of AI just made me think about this photograph. I think, is this the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand? And can you tell us what this is about? This UNESCO Global Forum, and yeah, just speak briefly to this.
Okay. Oh, that's an interesting recent activity that I have attended. So last week, I attended the UNESCO Global Forum on the Ethics of Artificial Intelligence. And this is a platform for sharing knowledge, exchanging best practices, and so on. And at this forum, there were different events, parallel sessions, and also a presentation of research papers. So I'm excited to share with you that as a librarian, I was invited as a national delegate at this event to share a paper on the on upholding academic integrity in the age of generative AI through AI literacy training. And then I'm also happy to
Wow.
report that my paper got the first prize at this global event. And on that collage, at the bottom on the left side, that's the Deputy
Yeah,
Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, congratulating
yeah,
me at this event. So it's an
yeah.
interesting. It was an interesting conversation and platform for sharing knowledge, building connections, and so on. And from these conversations, I've noticed that as librarians, we have a huge role to play upholding uh, in upholding ethics of artificial intelligence, particularly in research, in teaching and learning. We can transition the activities, the roles that we've been playing in
Yeah.
information integrity. We train uh, on issues of academic integrity, right? Plagiarism and so on. We should also move that to our uh, to in this era of artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Now, with your experience at ZTech and all the empowerment initiative you do, I would like for this meeting to be something that librarians would draw something strong, and not even just librarians, because we know a lot of other people can be watching this video right now. So I would like to ask, with your strong focus on training and empowering people, what is one practical thing that you think every librarian in Africa should be doing with effect from today to empower their library users? What are those things, or one thing, any one of them?
Thank you very much. So I would say for you to be impactful, you need to be knowledgeable. So as librarians, we need to set new learning roles every day, depending on where you are working from. If you are not learning, if you are not reading, if you are not following events such as this, sometimes it's so hard for you to really serve and be relevant in this changing environment. As librarians, we need to be ahead of the game because we are the trusted people. If people fail to find anything or to do anything, they always come to librarians. So we need uh, to be up the game when it comes to knowledge about learning new things, There are so many free online courses that are taking place. There are so many webinars that are taking place. So you need to have an investment. So what I'm noticing is the learning is not necessarily the traditional pathway where you're saying, I have my degree or my master's degree, and then you sit. You will be obsolete with those qualifications. But you need to really know what is taking place, what is happening, what are the latest trends, and you can follow through YouTube tutorials and different online courses. So let us learn, librarians. And if you're in front of people and you're very knowledgeable, people trust you. But if you're in front of people and you don't know what you're doing, you're citing old sources, you're not familiar with the current trends, people will just lose confidence with you. But if you're
Exactly.
ahead of the game, I mean, people will trust you. So let's invest in ourselves so that we can upskill, we can reskill. Sometimes you don't need to go to get a new degree, but even a short course or attending an event, you can learn new skills. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. So, okay, let's look at the work you do globally as a Community Solutions Fellow by the U.S. Department of State. I would like to ask that experience, what problems have you identified in your community, and how are you solving this problem, Doc?
Thank you very much. The problem that I've noticed through the Community Solutions program, even up to now, is that of information poverty. And now it's even worse, where we have lots of information, but people don't really know. That's a huge challenge. We have millions of information that's published every second, but people don't know what is right, what is wrong. People don't know how to apply this information to make decisions. People don't know how to apply this information even in their lives. So it's a huge challenge that we are faced with. So the work that I am doing through the exchange, even up to now in the community, is to ensure that everyone or people or communities have the skills to assess and apply the information in decision making. We are also working towards perhaps working with the government to capacitate even some of the policymakers when it comes to uh, media and information literacy, because we are noticing that in some instances, the information that is being used is not authentic, is not scholarly in nature, which really affects decision making and public policy making. So, yes, the issue of information poverty, which translates to access to the resources, the skills, particularly, is the issue that I'm really concerned about.
Wow, that's really beautiful. Thank you so much. God bless you for all you do. This program is a 1 hour program, and it's about time for us to bring up a surprise guest for you. But before we go further into asking you further questions, let me bring your face up closer. So, Doc, could you let us know, is there someone you're expecting that will be here today? Who can you guess that we have here today?
Don't make me say present to Peru.
You know what? Let me not. Let me just give you some moments
I
to
have no
think
clue.
about. You have no clue. Okay, okay. So when we spotlight librarians in the Librarian Spotlight Africa, we actually often highlight their achievements. Okay, and just like you've shared with us today, most of the things you do, right, and how your approach towards librarianship is okay. But we rarely would not often hear much of their challenges. What are those hurdles they face? And from what we've seen so far, you're not somebody who enjoys talking about challenges, but please, we would like you to share with us the challenges you face as a lady in this career, and how these challenges has helped to shape your perspective, or how it has helped you to grow as a librarian. Please share with us.
Okay, thank you very much. So, the challenge, I would say, is the issue of recognition when you are doing your work, and then sometimes people may find it so hard to acknowledge that this work has been done by a librarian, right? So sometimes I find it so hard explaining myself. I am a librarian. And then some
Yeah,
people even be disrespectful to say, why are you in the library? Why do you continue working in the library as if it's not a worthwhile or prestigious career?
yeah.
So that those comments really give me energy. They inspire
Mhm.
me to do more, to represent the profession very well. And before you mention what you do, so many people sometimes they struggle to really understand what librarians do.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Okay, so now is the time I'm going to make welcome our surprise there. But just one last question. In the age of AI, and knowing that you just recently came from this summit, UNESCO summit, what are your recommendations to libraries in adoption of AI? Yeah, in our services. What would you like to? What one word would you like to give to librarians in the age of AI?
Okay, thank you very much. So, as librarians, I would say, firstly, investments in software, the same way we do collection development, right? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, I was saying our collection development efforts should also now think about investing in AI tools that support teaching, research, and learning, depending on our context, right? So that our users, our patrons have access to premium versions. Because what is happening, people only use the free versions that don't give the best out of it,
Exactly.
and really understanding and making it more impactful. If something is for free, it's not really um, providing the premium version,
Yeah.
right? Then, secondly, I would say let's go and contribute to our institutions when it comes to policies. We have a significant role to play because already we've been playing a role when it comes to academic integrity policies. We contribute towards issues of plagiarism,
Yeah.
issues of where to publish, and so on. So there are these conversations about how how do we deal with AI generated content when it
Context.
comes to research, when it
Exactly.
comes to assignments, and so on.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I would say in our training programs, if you haven't started already, this must be part of our AI literacy, should be part of our training programs
Curriculum
so that
development.
we capacitate learners and um, and and researchers.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And with this, I'm excited to say that we have come to the end of this interaction with you, Doc. What we're going to move over to now is another beautiful session while we wrap up this program. It's now time for us to declare Dr. Nancy Kwangwa as the Librarian of the Month for June. So, Dr. Nancy, are you ready for your surprise?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, ta-da! Here we go.
Hey, Doc.
Oh,
Congratulations.
goodness.
And so, ladies
Thank you very much.
ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and librarians, it is my distinct honor and surprise, or rather to surprise our Librarian of the Month, for June 2025 with a special recognition. I'm
Wow.
saying this with a great sense of emphasis that without further ado, please join me in congratulating Dr. Nancy Kwangwa of Zimbabwe, my neighbor here, for this deserving award. Dr. Kwangwa, your dedication, I have listened through, I have followed, and I'm asking myself, is this the Dr. Kwangwa I know? There's so much you haven't told me you're doing. From our last meeting in Abuja, and to date, I realize you have contributed so much to the wealth of knowledge. And so your dedication to the library profession and your contributions to the community have not gone unnoticed. And so because of that, on behalf of the Librarian Spotlight Africa program, I am thrilled to present you with this digital placard celebrating your outstanding achievements. Please accept this token of appreciation and may it serve as a reminder of the impact you are making in the lives of others. Congratulations, Dr. Nancy Kwangwa.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And there is your placard.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for
Congratulations.
this present. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank
Well
you
done.
for the recognition.
And Sylvester,
this came really as a surprise.
May I take advantage of this platform? I heard Dr. Kwangwa mention a lot of beautiful things, and I am interested in the Women's University. Why are you skipping your neighbors?
Wow.
Okay. We are not
We have
skipping,
women here. We have women that dropped out because of the reasons you outlined earlier. They could not find resources. They got married maybe a little earlier. Others got divorced, and now they realize the impact of education. And others did not just have the opportunity. And I was saying, wow. So we have such brains around us just in the neighboring country. Please spill over. We need you here.
So I'm going to connect you with our internationalization office. We want to ensure that all women in the region have access to higher education. And Zambia is not very far. Something can be arranged so that everyone is empowered. They have access to all the education that they need. Thank you for raising that. It can be done.
Wow. Exactly. It's a strong throwaway.
It can be done. So that's beautiful. Thank you so much for that, for adding that, Lou. Thank you so much. That's Lou Machila from Lusaka, Zambia. So we have two great, amazing people, information professionals from Zambia and from Zimbabwe today. It is my special honor to say thank you so much, sir. Thanks, Lou. Thank you for being here. Thank you for honoring Dr. Kwangwa in this wonderful way. We are really grateful all the way from Nigeria here. I'm saying thank you. Nagode, namaste. God bless every one of you who have joined us. And I see a lot of people online, especially Carol has been here all through. She's saying congratulations, Doc. She says from Zimbabwe, congratulations. Also, we have Decide Magazeni also says congrats, ma'am. Merits from Nigeria is also saying congratulations once again. Victoria from Nigeria is saying congratulations. A series is saying that this is an insightful interview, and that's what the Librarian Spotlight Africa is about. We want to have conversations like this to tell our own stories to the whole world, okay? Enough of people stereotyping librarians and saying who we are not. So today we have done justice to say who we truly are. And I want to say thank you to everyone that has made today possible. So with this, I would like to say good night. But before we say good night, I don't know if Dr. Kwangwa has one or two words to just say before we go.
Thank you very much for this session. It was really exciting. You see that I love talking. I talk a lot. That's why I work in the library. I'm always talking to people. which is really amazing. And thank you for this recognition. I appreciate it. It will go through a long way in the memory lane. I think my first recognition as a librarian of the month. In this case, I think I'm the librarian of the continent, and
Wow.
because this is
Beautiful.
Africa. And I really appreciate this. And thanks to Mr. Machila for presenting this. So happy to see you on this platform. Thank you so much for being part of this. I'm just curious to know how.
Oh my goodness. We have a great team behind the stage in Librarian Spotlight Africa. I won't fail to give a special shout out to Madam Folashade Adepoju. She chairs our evaluation committee, and we have Victoria. So many of them on board our team, Merit and others. They do so much in our team, and we thank God for having this day successful. So thank you once again, and. Lou, any words from you? We want to say good night now. Bye-bye.
All right. That was excellent. I begin by congratulating, of course, Sylvester. You are doing great work here.
Right.
And I promise to be an ardent follower of your work.
Wow.
It's so insightful. And the choice of your panelists, the guests, it's just amazing. There's so much wealth of knowledge on our continent, and I am glad to have come into contact with this program. To Dr. Kwangwa, you continue raising the African flag high. This award is not only for you in your individual capacity, but I'm made to believe this is an honor to Africa and the African woman, for that matter. Which I think we contribute. I mean, you contribute so much to elevating the education of women. And I pray that you continue spreading your wings far and high so that the continent and women will continue being celebrated and being equal partners in the knowledge bases that we so much talk about. And so congratulations once again.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so from me, my name is Sylvester. So see you again next month where we celebrate another Librarian of the Month. You never can tell. It could be your country, it could be Zambia, it could be Ivory Coast, it could be South Africa, it could be Nigeria. So see you next month on the Librarian Spotlight Africa. Don't fail to subscribe to this channel so that you get notifications whenever we go live and in everything that we do. Thank you so much and good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye and good evening to everyone.